There we go. YouTube, what is up, you beautiful creature? We are back with another day, and today we got some more sprints. Operation Sub 1 is still alive, and we're gonna get after it today. We got some back pedals into sprints as our acceleration movement problem. We got a 10-yard build into a 10-yard fly with the chain-resisted sprints for our acceleration stimulus for today. And we got week 2 of our curved build-ins into the fly 10s today. After that, we got some quick snatches, some quick clean and jerks. Then we're gonna bench, probably hit some arms at the end, get in, get out, and hopefully leave a champion. We got some jumps mixed in there as well, and it should be a pretty electric day. Let's get after it, let's go. All right, so we're gonna start off with these back pedals in the sprints here. With the athletes this morning, we had them race and do this, so we had one athlete behind, one athlete in front. They would back pedal on the first go call. The one athlete in back had a pool noodle, and they would race and try to slap each other on the second go call. Everybody turned and sprinted through. It was kind of a cool little drill. Obviously, I don't have a partner here, but I really do like setting up my sprint days in this way, where you have an acceleration movement problem, where there's just a little bit of variety in the sprints, makes sprinting fun, gets it competitive, you get the athletes racing, you get a cognitive piece into it. Then we funnel all that energy into something that's more of a stimulus for the acceleration. So today it's the chain sprints, and then we funnel it into some max velo work with some of the curved build-ins. So it's been kind of a cool way to like schedule out our sprint days. For our warm-ups, we're doing the traditional build-up. So today I've been rewatching the acceleration movement course by Joel Smith. It's an absolute money course, but talking a lot about rotational stuff and doing some arm cross, no arm run. So we did some no arm buildups, really focusing on the rotational piece. Then we did some squatted straight leg bounds. So we're here, neon Dion squatted, going straight legs. Those are awesome. Then rapid line hops. And with those, we added in some shakes just to open up the lower and upper body. I think shakes are an absolute beautiful fluidity piece to the sprints that you can do beforehand, especially with stiff athletes like myself. So we're literally just shaking the arms back and forth. We can hit some whips with the arms. You can hit some whips with the ankles, and you can hit some full body shakes here. So we did about 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off of that for like 3-ish minutes. Nice and primed. We should be ready to hit something good today. Let's go. Oh, well, that's pretty good. 1.457 for a little 10-yard fly there. Turning in that back pedal. I'm turning that back pedal at that 1-yard build-up, so that must have been pretty quick. Let's go. Obviously, you have a little more momentum, but I can tell you right now, I was no defensive back. All this backpedaling stuff's new to me. 2 more here, maybe 3 more. We'll see. Oh, shit. We are kind of flying today. That was a 1.410, and it felt pretty clunky going through. Another one that's fun that you can do for an acceleration movement problem. It's not really acceleration, but it's just a little movement problem. Especially when your athletes are beat up that day or just really no energy. Have them do back pedals straight through the sensors and have them race straight up backpedaling. It is one of the funniest things you all ever have your athletes do. They will race each other for hours on end doing that one. The backpedal sprints are really fun, and like a speed walk through the sensors is a really fun one. And then gritties through the sensors. If you do those 3, I guarantee you have one of the best sprint sessions of your athletes' lives, just because the energy goes through the roof when they start racing each other like that. I like to save those for when the athletes, they look a little down that day, look like they don't have a ton of energy, and they just want to increase the energy a little bit. So don't beat them up in that acceleration movement problem. Give them something fun to do there. So typically we'll start off with some speed walks, then we'll do some back pedal races, and then we'll hit some gritties, but literally just have them time like they're running a fly 10. And it's super funny watching them get after it. And usually one of the athletes can't gritty, can't speed walk to save their lives, or they eat shit on a back pedal, and it's super funny and gets everybody laughing. And when you get athletes laughing, typically they run faster. It's a hack. So 2 more here. Woo! 1.423. Started that one a little bit closer to the sensor, but still, it's pretty quick. I like that. 1 more here. Oh! Yeah, baby. 1.426. That's a good little session there. Let's take a little break into our chain sprints. We got 3 chain sprints, 10-yard build, 10-yard fly, trying to beat our record from last week. All right, now we got our first chain sprints here. Goal is to beat the record from last week, which is a 1.339, I believe. I think our first one was a 1.359, and then we were in between like a 1.359, 1.34, 1.333, something along those lines. I wrote down 2 of the numbers. I don't know why I didn't write down the third, but fastest one was a 1.339, and we're gonna cook it today. Let's go. Oh! All right, 1.352. That's a good start. It's 0.007. Off of last week's first rep, so beat the first one. Now we gotta open up, beat the other 2. Let's get it. Ah! 1, 3, 4, 5. Feeling like I'm not able to reach that next gear. Getting bodied by these chains. Gotta open up a little bit. One more, 1, 3, 4, 5. I think this is my second fastest time, so can't totally bitch about that, but legs feel good today. Just feel like I'm not able to get going, you know? Chains are bothering me. Let's get this last rep, come on. Ah! Woo! Fuck yeah. There we go. What a comeback. 1, 3, 1, 6. That one felt much better. Sickening. Ooh, look at that. I didn't even know it could do that. Let's get to some fly 10s. Carry that momentum into it. Now we got 3 fly 10s with the curve build in here. Let's go hunt. Let's go hunt. 1, 0, 0. Last week our PR here was a 1, 0, 2, 0. I think we got much more in us this week, but sensors could humble us. You never know. Let's get after it. Let's go. Oh! Kind of felt like I was cooking there. Only time will tell. Sensor does not say anything less than a 1 though, so that's not promising. Ooh, 1, 0, 7, 2. We were indeed not cooking there. Shit. But the first one last week was decently slow as well, so we got a chance. Second one was the fastest last week. Let's open up a little bit more. Adjust without the chains. Come on, baby. Oh no! Oh, I started to stumble there. 1, 0, 7, 0. God dang it, dude. Gotta lock in. One more here, come on. Shit. Gonna be honest, morale is low after those first 2 sprints. First one, I thought I was cooking, was not cooking. Second one, felt like I was slow as shit, same time as first one. So, both of them slow, not good. We gotta open up here, make something out of today. Otherwise, we're gonna have to come back next week, do the same thing, all right? You guys know the deal. Not the end of the world, but it'd be cooler if we could do it this week. Let's go. Oh! That felt about a 1-0-5-4. Better than the other 2. Felt like I just didn't have that top end gear again. But again, just getting stimulus in, man. Just building up. It'll happen. We're getting faster. We're feeling better. Things are going the way we want them to go. Don't panic. Keep ripping. Sprints are like a secondary side quest right now, but a fun one. I like giving this intent. I like caring about sprinting again, which is fun to me. If I can care about sprinting for a while, that's pretty good for me. I just keep changing up the stimuluses so that I never get bored with it, never get burnt out with it. So when I suck at curve sprints for 3 weeks, I can go back to some different sprints, suck at that one for 3 weeks, and I never actually have to think I suck at sprinting in general, which is nice. Because right now, the goal is to keep sprinting fun and keep it interesting, and that's how we're gonna get faster. So, let's hit some jumps, hit some snatches, hit some clean and jerks, then we'll go from there. Let's go. We got our week 3 of these Blaine Broad Jumps with an elevated height every week. We're at 30 inches here. These are fun. I like these a lot. The feel of these, the vertical projection on these. The higher I go with the box, the more I like these. It's definitely something I need to work on. So let's keep ripping. Let's go. Ooh. 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 Oh, I gotta stick that. Stick that and we'll call it. That was pretty good. Oh yeah, let's get it. All right, get to some SuperCat jumps here. All right, now we got a little SuperCat triple jump here with the jump mat because the jump mat's working and we're banging out. It's not a perfect system we got going here, but it drives a little intent. All we're doing is measuring the third jump. There's a way to you can record that or just have a partner read all 3 jumps, so all 3 jumps have to be above. But I'm just gonna give intent on the first 2 jumps and then get after that third jump. Our record is 16-9 right now. Let's get 17, let's go. 17-9. We're gonna do the same thing we did with the broad jumps, where we stay at the same weight for 2 weeks, try to beat it, and then we'll continually add weight and we'll try to match our previous jumps with the new added weight. Just a little fun experiment with the SuperCat and continue to drive intent there. Let's get to some snatches. All right, now that the athletic block is done for the day, we got some pretty light snatches here. Again, trying to build up that full snatch position. We got 175 on the bar. We got 5 sets of 1 every minute on the minute here. Just keeping that high frequency approach to the snatch. Let's keep building. Let's go. There we go. Other than the first rep, all 5 of those felt really good. Getting that full snatch pattern in. Let's get to some clean and jerks here. All right, now we got 3 sets of 2. Clean into a jerk. Continue to build up that jerk because my jerk is absolute ass. So we're going pretty light on the clean aspect of this, but the jerk aspect is going to feel pretty heavy. Finally broke down and got a new silencer pad, so RIP this foam, but we will have one on Thursday, a new black, beautiful silencer pad. And we won't have to deal with this, the foam anywhere. So we're upgrading. And I realized why these were breaking down so much. Like they lasted forever. And then I looked at the weight capacity of these, and the weight capacity is 300 pounds. So as soon as I started cleaning more, they couldn't handle the gains. And that's just a designed flaw on their part. So hopefully these new ones, they're supposed to be a weight capacity of 400. So when we hit 405 on a clean, we're probably gonna break those. But once we get to that point, we'll just find bigger and bigger silencer pads. Or maybe create the Yokem pad for the real savages out there. But let's get this, let's go. Oh, second set here. If I ever get bullied into doing an Olympic lifting meet, which I don't think I ever will, but if I ever do, the jerk is actually going to make me hate myself because it feels like absolute garbage. But we'll keep building up. It's just a reps game. It's just like the snatch felt like absolute garbage. And we keep being a pussy and skipping our jerks every week. But we're hitting them this week, and that's growth. So let's hit the second set here. Let's go. Last set here before we get to some bench press. We got some drop catch bench press, 3 sets of 3 on that today. I got asked the question, how to stop procrastinating, and this is a really good question for myself because I am the ultimate procrastinator. I'm a phenomenal worker and completer of tasks once I actually start said task. If I can just get myself to like literally write the first word or put the pen to the paper and write a singular letter, that project is getting completed within a couple hours. But the amount of times I've waited months to do something that has taken me a couple hours, it blows my mind every single time. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Just start fucking writing. So this advice is coming from the ultimate procrastinator, and it's somebody that's found a way to kind of hack our way out of procrastinating. But if you don't know what to do when you're procrastinating, just do fucking something. I don't care if it's clean your room or doing the dishes or reading 10 pages in your book. You just have to start working and starting the process of working and getting in the mindset of work, and that is going to get your monkey brain to actually do work and actually do tasks. And one of my ultimate hacks that I've had within the last 6 months that has made me significantly more productive and significantly less procrastinating is make a task list with the first 3 things on a task list, something that is super easy for me to do. So all I do is read the Daily Stoic, journal, and then I will put a third task in there, which is something that I typically procrastinate. So then it'll be like a video, edit a video. Then I'll do another small task, which is maybe like meditate, dishes, clean the room. And then the 4th task of the day will be another project that I'm procrastinating, typically a bigger project or something that's going to take a little bit longer to do. And right now that's writing a softball ebook for all of my softball friends to have a workout program for them. But the simple hack of if you don't know what to do, just do something, get into the work mindset instead of just sitting there pondering and wasting time on your fucking phone. I'm telling you, it has absolutely changed my productivity level and the things that I get done. And once I start just doing small tasks and getting in that checklist mode, I start doing the big tasks like they're small tasks, because typically they are small tasks that you're procrastinating. They might be a little bit harder, they might be a little bit more time intensive, but they're definitely not impossible. And if you're anything like me, once you start them, you're going to finish them. So if you are a procrastinator like me, try that checklist, hack out, and if you don't know what to do next, just start working, start doing something, get your monkey brain to start working and in that work brain mode, and I bet you get a lot more done. And if you're still not doing those big tasks, at least you're getting a bunch of small tasks done. And then once you run out of small tasks, you're gonna eventually run out of things to put on the task list, and you're gonna have only big tasks left to do on that task list. And then they get that dopamine hit of checking something off the list, you're gonna have to do something that you haven't been wanting to do. And again, once you start, typically procrastinators are really good at finishing. So let's stop procrastinating this third set and let's get it, let's go. Sloppy, but reps. Let's get the bench. Before we get the bench press, I just have to acknowledge what the fuck is going on at my gym here. We have 4 like half 15, half 25s on there, fucking Christmas tree, with clamps on. Then we have 3, like 115 and 225s with a clamp on there, which means somebody lifted this weight because I don't know why the clamps wouldn't be on both sides otherwise. So like, what are we doing here? I have no idea. I must have missed this morning, but an athlete for sure, well, we had reverse lunges, 8 sets of 5 reverse lunges, and they were for sure doing the Christmas tree, which I'm all right with. If they want to feel like they're lifting more weights with fake weight, that's okay, but we do not have the same amount of weight on both sides, so not really sure what's going on there, but loading up the bench press here, warming up. Let's get it. Oh, just finishing up my intro workout protein shake from Rival Nutrition, first sponsor of the YouTube. We got their honey nuts vanilla protein ripping here. Mixed a little banana in there in our new Ninja blender. It's actually, the Ninja blender is kind of ass, not gonna lie. It's not my favorite blender, but the protein shake is absolute fire. I have their honey nuts, vanilla protein, and then their cinnamon toast crunch mass gainer, which just has a bunch of carbs in it, and it's so fucking delicious. It's gonna feel us on these bench presses today. So if you need some protein, you wanna support the channel, AustinJ20, I will throw the link in the description here to try it out. Again, it's just good tasting protein. Nothing special about it, but you don't need anything special other than good tasting protein when it comes to protein powder. So let's get this first set, drop catch bench, 3 sets of 3 here, let's go. Ah, sloppy. Ah, I missed the grip on the third one. 2 more sets. Second set on these drop catch benches. With this drop catch bench and anything drop catch, the goal is to stop the weight before you reverse it. I see a lot of drop catches where they catch and just like kind of sink and they don't never really decelerate the weight. And I didn't do a very good job of that on the first rep where I was missing my hand a little bit, but I want to drop and actually stop that weight, stick it, and then we come back up. So that's the goal here. Second set, let's go. Ah, third one's gross. Before we hit this last set, we're gonna answer a Q&A from this week on Instagram where somebody said, what's your recommendation on caffeine intake for high schoolers? And I'm gonna be completely honest, I think I've mentioned this before, but I really do believe pre-workout was my gateway drug into fitness. My first time having like any real caffeine, I think I had it in like Mountain Dews before, but I don't think I've ever, like back then there was no energy drinks. I'm fucking dating myself. I think there was like Monsters and stuff. Maybe I had like 1 or 2 of those in my life. But the first time like I actually consumed caffeine without even realizing what I was doing, a senior handed me some Jacked 3D pre-workout before we went to did like a midday lift. We had like classes in high school where it was like weightlifting classes in high school. It tells you about my formal education. But he gave me a shaker bottle, never used a shaker bottle before, threw some Jack 3D in there, gave it to me, and I had like the highest of highs in that weight room that day. I went insane, I felt amazing, and I really do believe I started to associate that amazing feeling with the weight room. And obviously you have like the endorphins of the workout and all the other good stuff that come with like working out for the first couple times. But I also do believe the drugs of the Jack 3D 3D was giving me that high. And I wasn't smart enough at that time to associate that it was the Jack 3D giving me that high, and I just thought it was the weight room giving me that high. So I just got really addicted to the weight room because it meant that I got my pre-workout. And while you could say Jack 3D probably took a couple of years off my life, it also got me really invested in the weight room, and it bettered my life and set my life up to do what I do today. And not even do what I do, but just like have a healthy physical body and a good relationship with movement. I think pre-workout and supplements can be a gateway drug for a lot of athletes. I'm not saying push it upon athletes. I just think it can be something that can really get them addicted to feeling good in the weight room. And if there's a time that I want them feeling good and all caffeinated out, it's in the weight room, it's in movement. It's in something that they can use for the rest of their lives and will help them for the rest of their lives. And it's something that is super important, which is physical fitness for what you do, especially as a man. And I think especially in this day and age, like trying to be the caffeine Nazi and preach to high schoolers about the negatives of caffeine and why they shouldn't be taking it, like you're just gonna look and sound like a nerd to them. And it's not gonna be a battle you win anyways. Like you're not their parents, you're not with them the rest of their day. You can tell them whatever they want. If their parents are taking caffeine or their friends are taking caffeine, or they enjoy the taste of the 7 million energy drinks that are out there nowadays, they're going to be drinking caffeine. So I really don't think it's a battle worth fighting as a strength coach, and I think it's something that's actually had a positive impact on my life and my relationship with movement as being a gateway drug to why I enjoy movement. So I'm not saying push it on high schoolers. I'm not saying recommend it to them or get them addicted to caffeine so that they enjoy the weight room. I'm just saying I would just leave it be. They're going to find their own way around caffeine, and it's obviously a performance enhancer. And to try and be the nerd that tells them how dangerous energy drinks are, I just think that's a losing battle. You're not going to win, and it's not your job. You're not their parent. So just let it be the gateway drug that it is, right? Let's get this third set here. There we go. That was better. I'm going to rip some arms. I appreciate you guys watching. Keep chopping wood.